This is the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about. This is the world. We don't fuck around. If we did, we found out we are drunks. This is the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about.
And here we are, folks, for episode 79.
79.
Of Drunks vs. World. I'm your hostess with the mostest. Well, like fat. So I'm the fat guy here. I'm Jason.
I'm the muscle guy.
Yep. And to the north of me, we have...
Oh, that's me.
The muscle guy.
The muscle guy. Yeah.
Justin, the muscle guy.
Muscle man, yeah.
And
over to the east, my name's Lucas.
and he's the brains of the...
The brains of the operation.
Yeah.
I'm the brawn, and you're the...
Everything else.
The wild card.
Yeah, that happens.
The Joker.
The Joker. Yeah. How was your week, Justin? Let's start off with you.
Well, you about imagine.
Love your job.
Love it. Just love it.
How's
So
it?
I did find out, I was telling Lucas, I could potentially get a big bonus because of how busy I am. Big bone. So there's that, I guess.
For what now?
If you have so many claims in a year, you get like 200. After 300 claims, you get 200 for everyone after that. And I'm already at almost 210.
Jesus.
That's why I think we should have him like print out a list of everyone who's in his territory, and we just go fuck their house up.
Oh, you didn't hear this first. Here at
There was
Drunks
a guy
vs.
at my
World.
company last year that got a $32,000 bonus.
Holy balls.
And I'm kind of on that track now. I don't think it'll be that much.
So,
95% of his claims were vandalism. Like, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
So here's what you should... say you do get a pretty decent sized fucking bonus for that shit. Mm-hmm. You totally need to go buy a vehicle.
I would, yeah.
Just in case.
That's what I was thinking.
You know?
No, you should just give it to us.
And what are you going to do with it?
Well, you're going to promote our podcast.
Insurance fraud tip.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you ever want to commit insurance fraud, theft is the easiest way. There's no, like, how do you prove that? You get a police report. You need to file a police report.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then, they'll just come up and be like, all right, you got shit stolen from your shed. All right. And then they fill out the report. You throw that report to the insurance company. That's all you need.
Really? Mm-hmm. So, what company you work for again?
I
am looking for some renter insurance.
Someone broke in here last night and stole my Hope diamond that I have.
Yeah. You'll get a lot of questions, where did you last put the diamond? How did you lose it?
Tut's fucking crown was right over there with Edgar.
I was asked by the Prime Minister of Egypt to watch over King Tut's crown. What do you know?
Some fucker stole it.
Interesting. Who was this fucker that asked you?
Mind your business.
Did you file police reports?
Yep.
That's all I need.
And how much was it worth?
You sound very, very honest here, sir.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna pay you out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like $30 million. Edgar was on top of it.
Justin, that guy had his Hope diamond stolen 4 times this year.
Same diamond. Yeah.
He keeps finding it. I don't know.
Look, the cops around here are really good at what they do. Okay.
That just brings a thought to me. What do you think is? I don't know how you would know, but what's the most stolen item ever?
They're lighters.
Oh, that's a good one.
Lighters are the most stolen item ever.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive it is, but I believe it's lighters.
That or money.
Yeah.
I was thinking of one specific thing, but
I believe it. I believe it's lighters are the most stolen items in the world.
Lighters and
time.
That's brilliant. That's number one.
You guys are always stealing time from me.
Yeah.
You're kind of stealing it from us right now. So
yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
I'm gonna steal these fucking pop tops from the beer cans tonight.
Oh, from the kids?
From the Ronald McDonald house.
We're starting to save our beer tops now for the kids.
For the kids.
Yep.
For me.
For me.
We're gonna keep them, and then when I eventually, at some point, I could be 120. I don't know. Eventually, you're bound to get cancer You live long enough, you're bound to get it. And so this is how I'll pay for my.
But if you're 120, fuck, you might as well just die.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna be like,
let that
just go, man.
Yeah. Flip that switch,
Let
homie.
loose.
stop wasting our time.
No.
Stop
No.
wasting your time.
Me and Justin are there doing fucking CPR. We're making this fucker live longer.
Oh, kill me!
I hated my life, you fuckers.
That's why we're trying to keep you alive.
I
We
hate
hate you.
You stole a year and a half of my life doing a podcast. Fuck you.
The longest living human ever is some gal named Jeanne Calment. 122.
She from Canada?
France.
Same thing.
Yep. Smoked her whole life, you know.
See, it's good for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lucas, how was your week?
My week. My week was all right, actually. I didn't do a goddamn thing.
Well, I'm sure you did
awesome.
some stuff, but
I mean,
Did you jerk off?
I did stuff that had to be done. I did
like
stuff.
jerking off.
Yeah, well, obviously.
yeah. Do you ever worry that if say you haven't jerked off for like a week, do you ever worry that if you blast off, you might accidentally hit yourself in the face?
Oh, I can't wait a
No,
week.
I can't wait a week.
it's shit. Fuck. If I do it,
Since I was a teenager.
I can go weeks. I don't even think about it.
You can go weeks without jerking
Weeks,
off?
yeah.
Wow.
And then one day I'll be like sitting there watching TV and like,
You know what?
it's like, wow, it's been a while since I jerked
You
off.
better,
Might as well do that.
Better get the lotion out. The
You gotta
iPad
clean
out.
these pipes.
Yeah, clean
You gotta
these-
flog the dolphin before you go out on that date. You're going out with a
You
loaded
do.
weapon.
That's the true thing.
Yeah.
It is. It does help.
You had last longer. You know?
Yep.
Wow.
I had a buddy who he was really into this girl. You know this girl,
Okay.
and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just saving myself for her when I want to." Like,
But he's already
He thought
in-
he was going to be
he's
impressed
already-
by how much he came.
He's already in her.
no,
Like,
no, he's just
like
saving
right
himself
now.
to fuck her because he's like,
What?
"Oh, I'm going to just save all my cum for her." I don't think she's going to be.
no, I don't
impressed by
think
that.
that's.
Like you're going to explode
This
upon
shit starts
insertion.
coming out of her ears and everything.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that.
She
baby.
fucking dies. Like she drowns in the
Come
amount of semen. Like it's coming out of
There's so
Every
much
hole.
every hole in her body.
Oh,
so much semen.
you shouldn't have waited.
Yeah, Justin's back there laughing. Told you to jerk off before you went out with her.
For real.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway,
Could that happen?
what?
I don't think so.
You think could you kill somebody by coming too much?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
I think
It is. I think there is. I mean, what if she is blowing you and you come too much and she chokes and dies?
That could happen. Like they could inhale. Yeah.
See, told
I
you.
bet
Get
that
a-
has happened. Somewhere.
Maybe.
Get an unexpected load to the back, shot to the back of your throat, and you're just
Yeah.
now you're inhaling.
Starts coming out your nose and shit. You know. Yeah.
That could happen.
What way to go? That's how she wanted to go, officer.
You say that's a way.
She expressed to me before it happened that's how she wanted to go.
Master by blasting off in the back of her throat.
Fucking cum killed her.
Yeah. Huh. Well.
Yeah. How was your week?
Yeah. Well. Masturbated a lot. No. Well, you know, same shit, different day for me. All I sat there and did is, I edited last week's podcast on Tuesday. Watched that new John Wick. That show's fucking awesome. Great movie.
Overrated.
Shut your
I
hole.
don't know. I like I said, I've only seen the first two, but I enjoyed them as
They're all right.
it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest story. It's just like, hey, here's an action flick.
Yep.
Check this out.
Did you see that? There's a meme out there where Thanos is there talking to somebody, and this person said, "Hey Thanos, after the snap, John Wick lived." So Thanos says so, and then right after it,
know
it
what
says,
it's gonna be.
His dog didn't."
Yep, I knew it. And then Thanos has got to be like,
Freaking out.
just.
Oh no.
I would just do like a blank expression of Thanos on the last panel,
Yeah. But no, it was pretty good. I watched Creed 3. I watched fucking a lot of movies this week. Watched Creed 3. I watched the new Avatar was pretty good. I like that. And other than that, yeah, I didn't do a whole hell of a lot.
Gotcha.
What do you do? Justin, you said you had some jokes?
Oh, yeah.
Other than keep pulling your pants up, not down. That's not the type of joke we want to hear.
So, just viewer discretion advised.
Viewer
discretion
I
advised.
mean, listener.
How does Paul Walker like his donuts? He doesn't. He's dead.
Okay, yeah. I was watching. What show was it? It was like a celebrity trivia show on Comedy Central late at night. It was hosted by Chris Hardwick. Was that his name?
From
Hardwick. Chris Hardwick.
He did the
or
Walking
Hardwick?
Dead stuff.
Yeah.
Recaps. Yeah.
And it was just a stupid little. But it was live every night. Stupid little celebrity trivia show live every night. And every night they would do a thing where they would pose a question, and like the funniest tweets because it was live, they would put them up on the show. And so they once did it was what's the name of an inappropriate amusement park ride, and I said Paul Walker's Wild Ride. And they didn't put it on the show. It's bullshit. It was so much better than all the other ones that they put on there. It was also pretty close.
Wait. I'm sorry. What show was that on?
I think it was on Comedy Central. It might have been on like GTV or something back when they were around.
I forgot about GT.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. I think we've talked about this, but his death rejuvenated the Fast and Furious franchise.
It probably did.
There wouldn't be 12 of them
Yep.
today if it weren't for his death. They'd stop at
I think
5
so.
or 6.
They're doing everything they can to bring him back, like for the movies.
Yeah. His death kind of brought a mystique to the franchise.
Right.
Well, see, I have a different theory on it.
Oh, God.
I think it was just that he was such a shitty actor that when he died, the movies got better.
Everybody else in that movie sucks at acting, too.
True, but at least in the first one,
First one was all right.
the first Paul Walker was terrible. Like, he was not a good actor in that movie. I don't know that I've seen any since then, to be honest.
So the problem, I think that a lot of people, why they didn't like him in that is because if you look at the situation and whatever, he was, this is not to sound racist, but the guy acted super white. And you got Vin Diesel and both of them that were, obviously there was a couple other that were a little.
Who was that Hispanic chick in the first couple?
Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez. Yeah. God, she's
in all of
fucking
them.
hot.
I think she's in all of them except for one.
Oh, is she still in them?
She's still in them.
Yeah.
Shit. Man.
She died, but then they found a way to bring her back. Just like they brought Han back, and they brought somehow they're figuring out how to bring Gal Gadot is coming back, and yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah, she's in it too.
Yeah,
She's not a very good actress.
She's really not.
No.
Well, and it may
I
just be
again depends on the movie. I think she's a good actress.
Part of it also is that, I mean, the movies that we see her in, she's speaking her second language, so
Yeah.
it's super
She's
hard.
Israeli. She's Israeli.
Yeah, it's incredibly hard. Like, okay, you can learn a second language, but you don't really understand like the nuances of the inflection of how you speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes you hear somebody from,
Especially to try
Japan
to
or whatever. Yeah,
act in the
and that's
second
and
language is
that
hard.
where that makes a huge difference when you're acting.
let alone
so
speak it.
Right. Yeah. I like her. I mean, not because she looks good, but I think she does a pretty good job.
Oh, she's ugly. Ugh.
oh, what a
Jesus.
what a dog! What a fucking dog!
Rough.
Yeah, rough. Shut the fuck.
God.
All right, what else we got?
Let me open it back up here. How do you stop a toddler from drowning in July?
Take your foot off.
Drown
his
him
head.
in December.
Drown him in June.
Okay, that works too.
I was just saying, take your head off or their foot off their head.
Yeah, that all works.
Yeah, take your foot off his neck. Drown him in August.
Yeah.
My girlfriend called me a pedophile today.
So
big
that's
word
an
for a
awful.
12-year-old.
Yep, it's an awful big word for a 12-year-old.
Yeah. Gross. What about there was one? I heard this one is. What did the what did the native chick say to her dad, or to say to her boyfriend? Dad, get off me! You're crushing my smokes. Oh, it was a redneck joke. That was a trailer trash joke, not a native.
What do you
one.
call the useless skin around the vagina?
The woman.
Got her.
Got him.
Got him.
I've never heard that before.
Dude, that joke's old.
Oh yeah, I don't know that I'd heard it before, but it was obvious.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious.
Don't say it like loud, but
Oh, shit.
all right.
Yeah, just one more here. I just went a little bit faster than I thought.
Come on, man. You're supposed to be on top of this.
I do have one going back to your inappropriate 12-year-old joke, and it was, what's the best thing about having a 9-year-old in the shower?
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
You can slick her hair back and she looks 6.
God. What the fuck?
My friend told me that joke in like 8th grade.
That's horrible.
Yep.
I've heard that joke too, but there's another punchline is you can slick their hair back. It looks like a 6-year-old boy.
That works.
Oh, my God.
Oh my Jesus fuck.
I've never heard that one either. Okay. What's 9 inches long and helps me fuck whatever girl I want?
Oh, I don't know.
My knife.
That's good.
Wow.
Holy shit.
It's horrible.
Oh,
I like that one. That one's funny.
that was the last one. So, shout out to Jackson O'Doherty on TikTok.
What do you? What's the difference between a pile of dead babies and a Corvette? I don't have a Corvette in my garage.
I've heard like there was another one similar to that I was trying to think of, but yeah, I love those ones.
There's so many dead babies
Yeah.
out there.
What was the other one? What's the difference between a pile of bowling balls and a pile of dead babies? You can't move the bowling balls with a pitchfork.
I have heard that one. That one's good too.
Oh, God damn it!
That's terrible.
I always like the, what is it? What's grosser than 10 dead babies in a barrel?
11.
One
Yeah.
dead baby in 10 barrels.
What's grosser than gross? Biting into a Twinkie and the feeling's still warm. What's the other one? What's grosser than gross? 2 vampires fighting over a bloody tampon.
Do you know who's Madeline McCain? Do you know who that is?
No.
Madeline McCann?
McCann, yeah.
Was she the little girl from the UK that was kidnapped?
I don't know.
And like they never found her? Basically, it's one of the big...
So I'll just tell the joke. It's not going to make any sense to me.
It's like the UK's Jean-Benet Ramsey, I think. Except I don't know if they've ever found her body. I don't know.
Yeah. What's pink and covered in cobwebs? Madeline
Jesus.
McCann's bike?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That one's kind of fucked
God.
up. I mean, I know a bunch of jokes, but they're racist jokes. Now, I'm not racist, but I mean, I know them. I've heard
What's
of
the
them.
hardest thing about cooking a vegetable?
Cooking a vegetable, like that's it? Just what's the hardest thing about cooking a vegetable?
God damn it. Fitting them in the pot or something.
Getting the wheelchair in the oven.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There's so many. I mean, oh, gross. Just thinking about some of the gross fucking jokes that there are out there just makes you like, who the fuck thought of this shit?
Oh, God.
But
What's the worst thing about growing up? Being raped.
You just come up with that now?
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
Like everyone gets raped, right? Like that's what they told me.
What's that one joke about? Why do altar boys have that perfect part down the middle of their hair?
The what?
Why do altar boys have that perfect part down the middle of their hair? Because the priest is looking down and he's brushing it sideways. Good little altar boy.
God.
Good.
Jesus Christ.
What? Sorry. There's all little Johnny jokes. There's
I called the sexual assault helpline today.
and
Turns out it's only for victims.
wow. Yeah. Some of this shit gets downright fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not good.
That one is kind of similar to. I always. So, like women, they carry rape whistles. Like, I tried it. I never got raped. Not once. I would blow that whistle.
I got one for you.
Drunks versus the World rape whistles.
That's good.
That's a good idea. It's got legs?
It's got legs.
It's got legs.
You blow into it and it just goes, oh, yes. Oh, yes.
In Jason's voice. Oh, yeah.
I love this.
Yeah. How about that? So, why does Mike Tyson always cry during sex?
I've heard this, but
All the mace.
that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's one I have in mind I don't think I could say.
You can say it. Just don't use any.
It's a racial one.
Oh,
it
then
is.
yeah, we can't. 'Cause I got a
Don't.
ton of those.
Yeah.
I had a ton of them, just unfortunately.
Yeah.
And some of them my dad would actually say, and it was kind of fucked up. My dad knew a bunch of racial jokes, and a lot of them were geared towards Indians, natives.
Yeah. Well, because you guys were natives.
And my mom's like, fucking 99% native. My dad busts the jokes out in front of her, in front of her dad. All of us. I'm like, that's pretty funny, Dad. But
That's another one I can't say either.
What-
It's a Jewish joke.
really,
Yeah.
you hear this shit Lucas has said?
Is it just a name? Like,
No, it's... I don't know.
Anne Frank.
He just
Is that the
That's
Jewish joke?
right there.
Like, how many Jews can you fit in a car?
All right, I'll read it.
Depending on how big the ashtray is.
Hang on one sec.
Oh.
How do we know Santa isn't Jewish? He goes down the chimney, not up.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. It's funny, though.
It's funny.
It's
Got it
funny.
wrong, but yeah.
God, Holocaust jokes.
Yeah.
Odd.
It's an untapped market.
Kind of is.
No, there's a lot of them.
It is, but none of the big comedians do it. You could be the first one.
Because most of them are Jewish.
That's
Seinfeld.
kind of true.
Yeah?
The older ones are.
Yeah. See? No, there's always going to be racial jokes. Like, there was another one. One of the best racist joke is, how every racist joke starts?
With them. I was going to say with
back
them.
and forth to see if there's anybody
I was going to
around.
say, yeah, looking both ways.
Yeah.
I think you've told that one before, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
probably why I knew it.
Oh, yeah. It's just, there's just too many of them. What else we got, Justin?
Well, give you one more joke, or you want to go to the next thing?
Let's
Oh,
give
do
us
a
one
joke.
more joke.
Let's hear a
Why do
joke.
Americans never make jokes about mass shootings?
Oh, God.
Because it's always too soon?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy fuck.
What did the cannibal do after dumping his girlfriend? He wiped his
Wipe his
bum.
ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
Horribly. I just... People get so... they're jokes, and when people tell them...
Here's a good one.
when people tell them, they're not saying it to be racist, or they're not...
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nowadays, I shouldn't say unfortunately, maybe nowadays you should look at people and say, I got a joke, but if you're really sensitive about a certain subject, I won't say it. But 90% of the time, if you say that and you tell the joke, they're either going to get pissed off and you're
Yeah.
like, I warned you, or B, they're going to laugh their ass off.
Yeah. You got to know your audience.
Yeah.
I have a joke can be as racist as possible as long as it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a fine line between being a joke being funny and just being mean. Yeah.
Well,
and if it just comes out on the side of mean, it's like that's not funny. That's just racist.
What do you tell a woman with 2 black eyes?
Nothing, because you already told her twice.
Yeah, see?
Why wasn't Helen Keller good at driving?
Oh.
She was a woman.
See,
See, that's a great joke because it totally it flips your expectations. Like you don't.
Why do women have such small feet? Keeps their ass closer to the stove.
Yeah.
That's for our one female listener that we may have.
You guys will like this one.
Oh boy.
What's the difference between Jesus and a picture of Jesus? You can hang the picture on the wall with one nail.
Had something to do with the nails.
It had to be the nails.
It had to be the nails. That's just good TV.
Yeah, it is.
And that's the greatest joke book on the planet.
The Bible?
Yes.
Easily.
This one is just mean right here. How do you get a nun pregnant? Rape the bitch.
Holy shit!
What the fuck?
See, that's offensive, but it is funny because it is 90% of a good joke is like the subversion of your expectations, and so you're trying to think of a religious reason or something.
Yeah.
And then just rapers.
Perfect.
What do you call a black guy who what do you call a black guy who flies a plane?
Oh.
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
What do you call a black guy who flies a plane? A pilot.
I was like, I don't know.
But there's the other one too. What do you call a black guy who flies a plane? And if somebody screams pilot, you say no, and then you say the other word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's similar. There's a joke. It's all right. So, what is a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet?
R.
Nah, it'd be the C.
Oh God.
That's good.
But it's the same thing. If they say the C, you say nah.
Yeah.
I like the rape nun joke better.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
That's a pretty good one there.
We just get around.
But see, that's what's fucked up though. I mean, do you keep calling her sister, or do you keep calling her mother while you're raping her?
Good question. Mommy.
That's
yeah,
man.
Now this took a turn. I was all for the rape the nun joke until we really had to start thinking about it.
Started thinking about I don't make the rules. I just follow them, dude.
Yeah. Shit.
Ugh.
Good Lord.
Happens.
It happens.
Now we have a list.
Yeah. We go from this to
I thought the list was for the second half of the show.
We have 2 lists.
Yeah.
We do have 2? Oh.
There's 2 lists.
Yeah.
You found a list of celebrities who just aren't good in the sack. Bad in bed. You guys want to take any guesses of who could be on this list?
Lists like this make me glad that I'm not a celebrity.
Yeah, I know, right? Honestly, who knows if this shit is even true?
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's from gosocial.co.
Yeah, but I think there's some, if you read through some of it, that'll actually tell you how they know this or whatever.
And a lot of these are just, people that are spiteful over their ex.
It could be
he was
well
horrible on the bed.
Yeah.
First, I just have to say,
you're not on there, Lucas.
take all the women on the list and just remove them right away because you know what? There's really nothing that they can do to be bad. Yeah, they really don't need to do a whole lot.
Well, if you actually, when you on this list, they tell you why they're no good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
First one. So this isn't like a top 10 list. It's just
a list.
List people.
I just always have to tell every woman just lie there and stop screaming. It's that's distracting for me.
Does this towel smell like ether?
Yeah.
The raspy screaming just really.
All the screaming is you're really not being a very good sexual partner right now.
You want to test the lock on my basement door? It's really cool. I mean,
You're about
good luck.
You're about 5 seconds from making it on a listicle article, okay? About being bad in bed.
Yeah.
So you just lie back.
All you gotta do.
You just lie back. It'll only take a second.
Yeah, don't worry. Here's a Plan B pill and a ride home. Get the fuck out.
First on the list is Marshall Mathers, Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah, and the paragraph here, it's from Kim, his ex-wife.
That's the thing. He wrote a whole ass song about what a bitch she is. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you can really take her word for it.
Never know.
Isn't she
quoted
fucking
on
crazy though? No, that's his mom.
They're both crazy.
Are they?
She used to beat the fuck out of him. And then he smacked her a couple of times. I mean,
Think about Eminem used to sing about killing his mom, and I think his wife.
Yeah. I think that was what cleaning out my closet was all about.
It probably was. But she said, if you're going to have sex with Marshall, make sure you have a little blue pill, because otherwise it does not work.
oh,
Okay, first off, why is she talking about anyone having sex with her son? Or is this the wife?
this is
Wife.
his ex.
Okay, it's the ex-wife.
This is Kim, his first daughter's mom.
Yeah.
I thought it was the mom, and I was... Okay, of course he would need a little blue pill if you were trying to have sex with him.
I don't know. Did you see his mom in the movie 8 Mile? Kim Basinger.
Was she in there? Oh, was it Kim Basinger?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Kim
At the
Basinger,
time, I
the
would've
movie
done-
8 Mile is kind of loosely based on his life.
Yeah.
I see.
And Kim Basinger was in it.
I would have done Kim Basinger at the time.
Yeah.
That still looked pretty good.
Even
I
with
haven't
raw
seen her in a
dog
while,
condom.
so yeah. Raw dog condoms.
Raw dog condoms.
Mhm.
See?
Made for fucking
Next
Kim
on this
Basinger.
list,
Made for fucking moms.
Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah. Next on this list, kind of surprising, is Madonna, the queen of pop.
Right?
Guy Ritchie kind of came out and said some shit.
I feel like she's got to be super demanding in bed. She's just got to, like...
I think,
Don't fuck me this way, fuck me that way.
I would think that because she had that whole book that was just named Sex, she had the sex tour and all this other shit or whatever. I mean, you would have thought, maybe that's why Rodman didn't take that $1 million to bang her.
Yeah.
He'd heard that, you know.
So I remember the one time that I had sex with Madonna. She just kept complaining. She's like, "You're too big for me. You're too
That
big
happened.
for me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were just walking down the hall anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like,
Yeah.
I don't...
Guy Ritchie says she was like cuddling up to a piece of gristle.
I can see that actually.
Whoa,
She does look fucking cold and
Yeah, but when she was younger, though,
I always thought she was a little overrated.
beautiful singer, but as a sex symbol, not so much.
Right.
yeah. She's just kind of...
This one I can kind of see. I totally still would, is Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I heard about this too. I can't remember who it was, but they say that I believe it was Harry Styles said something about her.
Yes, that's what they mentioned. Anonymous sources have claimed that Swift is more of a makeout session kind of a girl and generally avoids getting down to business.
Nice. Taylor, hit me up. Hit me up. I'm all about that.
And the rumors started after Swift's breakup with Styles.
Yeah.
He claimed she was very nice and all, but didn't put out as much as he would have liked.
Yeah, I mean,
She's coming to Minneapolis.
is
You want
she?
to take a guess on what the cheapest prices are for tickets at USA?
$700.
It's like
15,000.
$1,400.
Jesus Christ.
Way up row.
Well, they had to have a little chat with fucking Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tickets had just went on sale, and like 6 hours later, the cheapest one you could get was like $36,000.
Ticketmaster is just legal scalping. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How do you have 17 different fees for the same concert?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like they're trying to fight it like Congress and shit, but
Yeah. Taylor Swift is the reason that they had hearings about
Yeah.
Ticketmaster
Yeah.
was because she fucking was like, this is not right.
Yep. Next on the list is Elvis Presley, which is
That fat fuck was doing nothing but eating fucking peanut butter,
especially in his later
and banana
years.
sandwiches, and
There's no
Well,
way
it's-
he would have gotten it up.
And it's because he always tried to go left and right with his
Yeah,
hips.
you gotta go north and
It's
south,
like, yeah,
east and
north,
west.
south, no east, west, Elvis. Come on.
you know he was
Come on,
that
man, I
motherfucker,
like
he
to
was
go east
so
and west.
religious anyway, and then apparently he liked them young.
Yeah.
He liked virgins. The guy fucking died on the toilet anyway. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Hey man, I like Elvis.
I don't mind him,
Look,
but the
also-
guy as overall was a piece of shit towards like his second half of his fucking career.
Yeah. Well, aren't we all?
No. All right.
Next on this list is 50 Cent.
50 Cent?
More like 50 seconds, am I right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
No.
It's longer than that. Like 50 seconds is?
50 seconds is pretty good.
Yeah.
You got enough time to make a sandwich and everything, Lucas.
Mm-hmm. That's
Fucking
a good
Hot
like
Pocket.
that's a good like 4 or 5 strokes.
Yeah. At least.
Well, you get a cramp after the first.
Yeah.
Right in your feet.
You got to pace yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Get it?
This next one I can just see just laying there like a fish. Paris Hilton.
Have you seen her porno?
Yeah.
She does a little bit of work.
I have. I've seen one of her like porn videos,
Yeah.
but this was like old school, like night vision.
Yeah,
green.
that's the one.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that got released or stolen or leaked or whatever. They figure that the dude that she was dating at the time is the one who leaked it. And but then her bestie, or her, actually I think it was her, I don't think it was her bestie. She kind of was like her assistant, which was Kim K.
Mm-hmm.
And she accidentally released one, and now she's a fucking
Oh yeah, it's
gazillionaire.
like, oh, Ray J accidentally fucked me with his big black dick, and the video somehow got released.
How did that happen?
Yeah, she was.
Dude, I don't need this attention.
She was just a fucking. Her and her sisters, they were all nothing but fucking. Their dad was famous,
Yeah, it was because of the OJ shit, Robert Kardashian.
and so all of a sudden, she got a little famous for being. I think she was Paris's like assistant or some shit. And then all of a sudden, her fucking tape came out. Now she's fucking. She's a celebrity for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Just-
You don't care.
Just think about this.
No.
If some definitely not OJ assailant hadn't killed
We wouldn't know who
Nicole
the
Brown
Kardashians
Simpson
are
and
today.
Ronald Goldman, we would not have the Kardashians today.
That's probably true.
Yeah, blame it on not OJ.
Yeah, so go fuck yourself, not OJ that killed Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate that.
Fucking bullshit.
OJ should get money off the Kardashians.
He should.
Right? He made them famous.
Mhm.
You know that he banged Chris once or twice. And Chris
There was
like,
that rumor
"Nah."
that Chloe is her daughter.
It was proven
I
that
can-
it wasn't, but
I can see it though.
I don't think it's true.
No, if OJ was banging any of them, it was Robert
Probably.
for sure. Like I ain't got money to pay you, so how about we work something out between the two of us?
Uh,
he had money.
Yeah, they all had money.
He had
Not after the civil suit.
No, not after anything. But yeah, no, he had that money. His football money, which wasn't a ton, but it was a lot for back then. And then he had those. He was in movies,
Fucking
and
lethal weapon
commercials.
money.
Not lethal
That shit.
weapon.
He was in
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun.
Naked
yeah.
Gun.
Yeah, you
could've
don't
been in
remember?
Lethal Weapon.
He
would've
should have
good
been.
at that. I got my knife.
He should have been instead of Danny Glover. It should have been OJ Simpson.
Don't put those gloves on, OJ.
I ain't got time for
They
this
don't
shit.
fit anyway.
I wonder, is there a movie?
Like every scene OJ is in that movie, it's just like it doesn't fit. Like this glove doesn't fit. 2 hours later, you're still trying to get the goddamn glove on, OJ? Like,
I wonder, he's been in a lot of movies. I wonder if
Sorry, can't kill anybody then.
he's been in a lot of movies. I wonder if there's a movie where he did kill somebody. I want to see that scene.
You see that episode, what was it, the second one, first or second one of the Naked Guns, where he's all fucked up and he's wearing like a cast and shit, and he's at that football stadium.
yeah, it's a
and that
baseball.
wheelchair,
Like,
baseball, he just falls down, rolls down there, and he hits the
which one
railing
is
and
it? That's
flips
the
over.
first one, I think. Yeah, that scene is so like just seeing it hit the railing and then the bottom thing go flying out.
Yeah.
And because he played a perfect stupid guy.
He really did.
He
He
good.
played a perfect
Yeah.
stupid cop. See, that's why I don't think he did it.
That scene though, that whole baseball, I forget. That might be the second one, but
I don't remember. Yeah.
How many
That-
more are there?
I think there was
3.
only 3.
yeah.
That's all you need.
The first Naked Gun and that, but there is a TV show. It's called Police Squad, which is what those movies were based on.
Which actually Leslie Nielsen was in, I
Yep,
believe.
he was.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's only maybe it was only a season, but it was funny. It was really fucking good.
Surely you jest. I don't jest, and don't you call me Shirley.
Well, that's from Airplane.
Yeah, but it was still Nielsen.
Yep.
All right.
I love
Next
Leslie
on this
Nielsen.
list is your boy Colin Farrell.
I told you he does. He's a 2-pump chump.
You know, it happens.
Get a little too excited.
He's not. He's also not willing to use his mouth. If you catch my drift.
That's the problem.
Not that I would know.
That you would understand. I get it.
Yeah, it just says Farrell didn't last very long. Each of the 3 times they hooked up.
That's probably Lohan, because I know he banged her.
Woody
Wow.
Allen's former nanny that he was banging.
Who the fuck wants to bang Woody Allen's I wonder what she looked like.
God, that's so weird. Just knowing that it's like Woody Allen's former nanny makes it.
Probably his sister.
It makes it extra weird though,
Or
because like, so the nanny that Woody Allen would have hired would have been for Soon Yi or whatever the girl's name is, his stepdaughter that he ended up marrying later.
Yeah, it was his cousin or something.
Yeah, and then it's gross.
Fucked up deal. Is he still married to her?
I think so.
I think so.
If he's alive, I don't even know if he's alive.
I think he's alive. Woody, if you're alive, DM us.
Yeah, get on the show, Woody.
Yeah,
Come on.
We'll have you on.
We got questions.
Love to have you.
Yeah.
Maybe the biggest surprise on this list, Bradley Cooper,
That's
sexiest
bullshit.
man alive.
That's bullshit. There's no way he's bad in bed.
Well, no, you beg to differ.
There's no chance.
Lucas got the
Some
differ.
of Bradley's exes have apparently also stated that the actor is just simply boring in bed.
Well, it's all about the man anyway. I mean, we go in there, do our business. Hey, we're done.
Yeah, well, and if you're fucking sleeping with Bradley Cooper, count your lucky stars, okay? Like, you don't need...
Yeah.
You're already there in bed with him. That's everything else is a bonus now, okay? Like, if his penis touches you in any way, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bonus. If he enters you,
You're
You're
that's
good to go.
that's
the highlight
it.
of my life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Apparently, Cooper, who speaks French fluently, sometimes tries to add romance to proceedings by putting on a fake French accent.
No.
Oui, oui. Look at my oui, oui.
Going to stick it in you and then go wee wee.
Oh, oui, oui.
Going to pee in your vagina is what I'm saying.
The
I
longest
don't feel like walking all the way to the bathroom, so
I'm gonna pee right where I'm at.
You don't want to get it on the floor or on the bed,
Well, hopefully you're at her place. You don't want to bring him to your place.
Yeah, that's good point.
yeah.
You know?
Good point.
That way you have to have the conversation about her leaving.
Yeah.
Like Quagmire in the morning, like, hey, I got a question. Why are you still here?
Why are you still here?
Yeah.
Quagmire, I have a question. What do you do for a living? I have a question for you. Why are you still here?
Quagmire was a pilot. Is a pilot.
Yep, he's a pilot.
Yeah, see? Quagmire's
He
the
makes
man.
more money than all those neighbors.
Yeah.
Oh,
you see-
easily.
Peter
Other
works
than
at the...
Joe being a police officer
Oh.
could make big money, though.
What is Cleveland?
Yeah, but not compared to
Nobody knows.
Not
Well, he had a
compared to
deli for a
commercial
while.
pilot.
You'd be there.
Commercial pilots make a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. And I think Joe's just like a local policeman. He's not FBI or anything.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and it is funny how it changed over the years, though. Like, because when Joe first got on the show, he was like a hot shot police detective type guy.
Yeah.
Now he's basically incompetent.
Well, because they found out that he doesn't have legs that work.
Well, yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
They don't even let him put bullets in his gun anymore because he's had some breakdowns and shit.
It happens.
Did Lois ever have a job? Like a real
Yes,
job?
yes,
I know
so
she did side stuff.
She worked for Fox News. She was a reporter for Fox News.
She has a part-time gig teaching piano.
Yep.
Yeah. She tried to run for like mayor or something.
Yes, she actually
Oh,
won.
she
She
was,
won mayor.
yeah.
And then gave it up. But
Peter took over, I think.
no, she ended up giving up because she was embezzling money
Oh.
from crooks and stuff. And when she got called out for it, she had like a come to Jesus moment and gave it back to Mayor West.
Well, then she also did that where she was singing in the basement when
Yes.
They had to close down the clam.
Yep, that was like season 1.
Yeah. And how did her dad get all that money?
Media company.
Was it?
It's more than that even. Like it's
Yeah.
just they just call it Pewter Schmidt Industries, and
Yeah.
basically
Owns a bunch of shit.
any industry they're in, because they've done shit with oil, with healthcare.
He had one where he had the cure for cancer.
Yep.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. All right.
Funny.
Listen, we got time for one more before we hit the break.
Last but not least, Ben Affleck.
I can see that.
Batfleck.
I could see that.
Pat Fleck. I didn't say that.
He does look like a selfish lover.
Well, I
I
mean,
went back to him.
yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
also a selfish lover, I think.
He's
Yeah.
probably fucking hanging himself being back with that bitch.
He's sober now.
Oh God.
That makes it even worse for
Did you
him.
ever watch that video of him, like, at the Grammys when he's just not having a good time?
Did you see the video where he had to he was opening the door for her? They had like coffee, and you were walking back to the car, and he just kind of opens it for her. She gets in, and he just slams the door, and he's like, "Fuck my life."
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I would do if I was a celebrity with a celebrity girlfriend? I would like make shit up for the paparazzi. Like I would tell her, like, hey, when you go get in the car, like put your leg. I'm gonna slam the door. I'm gonna like look up, exhausted,
Yeah.
and the paparazzi are gonna get it.
What's
and they're
going
gonna
on
have,
with you,
yeah.
man?
Then we would always be in the news. Like,
Make sure you tell everybody I have a 13-inch
Yeah.
dick, and I can breathe out of my ears.
I'm sure people have tried similar.
tell them I have a 13-inch dick, but I'm a one pump chump. We need to be in the tabloids at all time.
Yeah,
All publicity is good publicity.
Exactly.
that's true. Like
long as
OJ,
you're-
you know, did I kill her? Maybe, maybe not. It might have been Batboy.
Yeah. Just like Paul Walker, this whole Goldman, Nicole Brown thing really rejuvenated OJ's life.
Yeah.
His
See,
career.
see. I mean, after prison, obviously.
After prison.
The when he went to prison for ripping or somebody supposedly stole his shit.
Yeah, he broke into their hotel in Vegas or something to steal
With a
his
gun.
memorabilia
don't
back.
think-
Yeah,
yeah.
it was armed robbery.
Yeah. He didn't break in, they let him in, but
Oh,
then
did
like
they?
it was
Okay.
an armed robbery.
Yeah, and he spent
it
like
wasn't
180 days in jail. That was it. He didn't spend a lot of time.
Oh no, he spent more than that.
Well, not much.
185.
He was supposed to be gone for like
No.
15 fucking years.
It was like 6 years, I'd say.
I don't know. We'll have to look into that one, but
5.5. 9.
let's just. How about we just say 9, and we split
7
the,
years.
split the difference.
All right, deal. I'll take it.
All right. Well, anyway, gentlemen, we are sitting here about halfway through. Why don't we go ahead and take a quick break and pee?
Yeah,
like
Sounds
I
good.
can do that.
I like
Should we all
that.
do it together?
Let's do it.
Should we each do like I'll hold yours, you hold his,
Mine.
you hold mine type thing?
This is going to be awkward because you're not going to find mine.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There'll be a lot of ball.
You don't have to
fumble.
even hold mine. You just put a finger on it. It's
That's
good.
You know, but
It's
if you
good.
put your finger up my butt, my penis will come out and it's ready to pee though.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Does life have you down? Does it hurt when you pee?
Yeah,
Are you looking for a purpose?
somewhere.
Well, we can help. The doctors agree. Us versus the world is the #1 way to solve all your issues.
I'm Dr. Dickie Hertz. In my medical opinion, listening to Us versus the World will drastically increase your mood, libido, and bowel movements.
We interviewed 100 doctors, and 177 of them have recommended Us versus the World for your well-being.
Call your mama. Take one episode a day. Share, like, and subscribe as directed.
And don't you forget, by popular demand, if you subscribe and share now, my friend Jason will give you 1 free hand job
Wait, what?
right at your
I'm
home.
not talking any more dick.
Thank you.
It's your fucking turn.
So I got some shit to talk about here.
What is it?
Wrestling shit.
Wrestling.
You guys know about wrestling?
Yeah, I wrestle with your mom like
Oh,
once or twice a week.
Jesus.
If I can get up in there.
You know what? The funny thing is, every time he shows up, she's like, "Are you gonna wear the singlet, or the double today. She makes him fucking cross-dress.
She makes me wear a mask of Justin. It's weird.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. What do you got for us? What do you got for us?
That was
You crossed the line.
You know what his wrestling?
You guys have a custom-made mask.
His wrestling name is Lucas Libre.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah.
See?
I don't know how
I crossed the line. Okay, let's.
You crossed the line.
Hey, do you have a shot of Fireball in there by chance?
I think so.
Is there one in there?
There's 4 in here.
Yay!
Does a bear shit wherever it wants to?
Yes.
No, sometimes
got
I'm
one.
like, I bet he's like, no, maybe I shouldn't shit over here.
You know, I might just find a toilet today.
Did you want one?
Fine.
Yeah, I'll
Pusher.
I might just shit in the water and make it cleaner out here. Because there's a lot of feces of mine around
They're
here.
everywhere. Somebody should clean this shit up.
Where's my owner? Cheers.
Cheers.
Where's my owner to pick up my shit?
Well, I'm going to be hungover tomorrow after
Oh,
that.
see you tomorrow.
Left hand.
Jesus Christ.
Got it.
Here we go. I almost
Anyway,
missed it.
you almost missed the dunk. It happens.
All right.
This is for all our wrestling fans.
Wrestling fans.
What did superstars do before they made it in wrestling?
You know, that is a list that I've been waiting to.
I'm going to be on this list someday. Justin was a podcaster / insurance adjuster before he was a
That should be your character, the
adjuster?
adjuster. The adjuster. Not only does it,
He's going to claim him.
it also fits with your name, Justin, the adjuster. Like, this is great. What's
I've
your
had people-
finisher?
It's the claim.
The
Or
claim.
No,
The
the-
denial.
the denial. He's gonna deny
the
him.
denied claim. That's the finisher. The denied
Denying
claim.
his
What
claim.
kind of
Look at
move would
him.
it be?
I don't know. It's got to be something. It's a counter move.
Oh, I
They
think
come
it'd
at
have
you.
to be. It'd have to be a submission.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Okay, I could see that.
yeah.
It'd be like
Still
a
think it
sleeper roll.
should, I still think it should be a counter, like where they come at you because they're initiating, and then
True. Yeah,
you turn
that's-
around and be like,
Yeah.
no,
Oh, he
Denied,
denied
bitch.
his claim. He denied it.
You know, there's not a lot of finishers out there in the WWE that are a counter, though, right?
not
Well,
really.
I mean,
Like
so if you look at
RKO,
Where you can
RKO out
it
of
can
nowhere.
be a counter. It mostly
that's
is.
the diamond cutter.
He got permission from DDP.
Yeah. Diamond Cutter's better. Well,
I like
No,
the name. I
close.
like the
It's
name
close.
better.
I like the RKO just because it's out of nowhere,
It is.
So
and
the
that
DDP
became his
there.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
he would just use it as a counter
Yeah.
when they would do something.
When DDP
So did
did it, he
DDP.
just kind of stood there.
Yeah.
And just fucking
Oh, he
tossed right
found a
through.
lot of ways.
He did not like Randy did.
His was
Yeah.
more of like a Stone Cold Stunner type
Yes.
with just a
Right.
variation on it, but.
Right.
So how about this? Before we get into that list, let's see if we could. What have you got? Like I heard that Macho Man, Randy Macho Man Savage. I heard he was an accountant before he was a wrestler.
He is on this list. I think that's true. He was also he got drafted in MLB. He was a baseball player.
wow.
Wow! All right.
Yeah, I think we'll touch up on that a little.
Then obviously, there's quite a few of the females that had done
They're
some
whores.
rather
Sorry.
promiscuous in movies.
Oh, yeah.
That's just love, though. If there's
I heard
blood-
Brock Lesnar was a good amateur wrestler. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
that's
where'd
what
you
I
hear
heard.
that from? Kurt Angle is okay too.
Yeah, he was all right.
Nah, you know.
If you ever watch Kurt Angle's gold medal match,
It's incredible.
yeah.
I think he should have lost that.
I don't
match.
think so. It
You should
was.
watch that someday.
It was.
When you break your
I
fucking
think the
neck
other guy
doing
got
it.
kind of screwed.
No, it came down to like aggression, right? Like towards the end, where it was just because he was into overtime, and it
It
was,
was a
like
very close match.
it was just that
But there's a controversy around it where he kind of had him in. I can't speak the language of wrestling, but he got out of a takedown or some shit, or when he was.
Yeah, but that's part of the game. I have
we
watched
should
this
watch it
match.
sometime.
I've watched it. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, and like,
Well,
just
yeah.
when you recognize he did that with a fucking broken neck.
Yeah, he had a broken
Oh, did he?
neck.
He had a broken neck at the time.
Yep.
Shit.
Just
I mean, he's an incredible wrestler.
Yeah.
It's before the DUI he got in Grand Forks.
Yeah, he got
so-
a DUI in Red Forks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
goddamn
Incredible wrestler, though.
Yeah, definitely was.
He
professionally and
he transitioned perfectly to the WWE.
He could wrestle with anybody.
Yeah.
And make it look good.
Yeah.
And he was great on the microphone. Like he had that personality that was just.
Yeah.
He could do a face or a heel.
Yeah.
He was
See,
good.
that's why I didn't like Lesnar. He could wrestle with anybody. He was a fucking AAA fucking collegiate champion. But his fucking skills on a mic is just bullshit.
Yeah.
He just comes in because he's big. I'm Brock Lesnar. I wrestle.
That's part of what That's cool.
I think
That's what was so smart
he's
about.
a nice guy though.
That's what was so smart about them pairing him up with Paul Heyman when he first came in, because
he spoke for him.
Yep, Paul Heyman. He, love him or hate him,
A fucking genius.
oh yeah, he's a wrestling legend. He's like one of the greatest like heel managers of all time.
Well, the greatest heel manager of all time is Bobby Heenan.
I agree.
It's like 1A, 1B, 1A.
Yeah.
Those
Heenan
two.
Heenan is right there.
Brock may not sound smart, but he is very
I know he is.
Especially like with negotiating contracts and shit like that.
What I'm talking about is his skills on the mic.
On the mic, yeah.
You know.
Right. I got you.
He's gotten way better over the years, but it was, at the time, like, it was the right... Just let Paul Heyman speak for him. That's what they're doing with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And they have
Roman
for so long.
was kind of like that, too. He wasn't he's gotten better.
Yeah.
But,
all right, so who do we got here?
So... Right up your alley, Lucas. Sheamus
I
first
hate
worked as an
Sheamus.
IT technician.
Really?
I can see that.
He did that, and he was also the bodyguard for Bono. YouTube.
I can see that. I hate Sheamus.
I don't like.
I think he's overrated, but
I think I agree. I think he is like the quintessential generic wrestler.
He is.
He wears those old school trunks.
Yep.
His hair, I don't know.
There's just nothing about his wrestling that stands out.
Nope.
He's not fun for me to watch.
His personality is.
I think a lot of it maybe a lot of it had been because. So how long was he How long ago did he start wrestling?
It doesn't say, but he's been around for a while.
Yeah, it's got to be like close to a decade now.
Yeah,
like
it's
probably been. I think it's been longer than that, even, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe was it because of Conor McGregor had started and they needed somebody.
I do think that's part of it. I think the Irish aspect is part of what.
Maybe
what
Vince seems to love him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good wrestler. He's
just not a.
It's just character-wise, I just find him boring.
Yeah. If I see him on TV, I'm changing the channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was how I felt.
He's been champion. He's been a Royal Rumble champion.
Oh yeah.
Like during that WrestleMania match where it was him, Gunther, and
McIntyre.
Mm-hmm. I know people really loved that match.
It was a good match, but he didn't make it.
But it was just like nobody showed any real like wrestling skill. It was just a brawl.
Right. Yeah.
And it was just.
But that's your taste too. You love.
Yes, I am much more of like I like the technical wrestling.
You even like the luchadors, which I do too.
Yeah.
But I like a good brawl.
Fucking A, dude.
I just like halfway through it, I was just like, okay, like somebody's got to do something now.
Right. Yeah. So like that match between Hogan and Andre the Giant, did you like that match?
I was too young.
Back then, I loved it.
I did too. Even now.
Yeah.
We watched it that one time.
Yeah.
Well, so I was too young when it first came out, but I just having seen it since then, I love it, but only for one reason, really, and it was just that they didn't know how the match was going to go.
Right.
Because Hogan was supposed to win, and so literally the night before the match, Hogan sent Andre the Giant he was like, "Hey, here's how I picture the first 10 moves going." Mm-hmm. Andre never got back to him, and it was back. Everyone knew at that time that it was, look, Andre is going to do what Andre wants.
Yeah.
Well, he can get away with that big fuck. I mean,
who's going to tell him no?
Yeah, exactly. And so it was like the whole point was that they wanted Andre to put Hogan over, but they didn't know if he was going to do it.
Yeah.
And so he sent him. He's like, "Hey, here's how I think the first 10 moves should go." Andre didn't get back to him. He didn't know until like the first 2 or 3 moves, he was like, "Oh my god, he's doing it. He's gonna put me over," and he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great story. Next on this list is Michael Cole.
Michael Cole.
He
Oh,
was-
the announcer.
He's a very good announcer.
He was with CBS prior to joining the WWE.
Really?
He covered the Bill Clinton campaign.
Oh,
and
shit.
all that,
I didn't know
Okay,
that.
yeah,
That's
I
cool.
didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Which
I mean,
it just makes me think. Do you think he would have made more money if he pursued the political?
No.
That or WWE?
Probably not.
WWE.
because
so?
during WWE, they even, back then, they even gave them a bit of a storyline of their own.
Yep.
They did, but just money wise, I'm thinking.
Right. Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, he could, if he would have been able to move on, get his own desk, get his own show, get everything. I mean, a guy could have been a gazillionaire. Who knows what he's worth? I mean,
I think I think it was smart for him to go into the wrestling side of things, just because you could become only the biggest news reporters get like big money.
Right.
right.
That's
Where
true. Yeah.
he slid in there, he was making probably 6 figures right off the bat, and then he ended up
true.
becoming one of the announcers right now.
He's so good. I bet he would have thrived at CBS.
Yeah, he's very
He would have
good.
been the next Tom Brokaw.
Yeah.
You know,
Who else we got?
your girl Trish Stratus was receptionist
Great.
at a gym, Gold's Gym, one time.
It doesn't surprise me. You know, actually, I believe, if I remember right, Sting and Lex Luger were partners and owned a string, like a chain of Gold's Gyms back in the day.
Oh.
I don't know if they still do or what, but yeah.
Who was it? It was Luger and who?
Sting.
Sting?
Yeah. They were. Sting started off he was actually a bodybuilder before he was a wrestler.
Sting was.
Yeah.
He didn't really look like a bodybuilder ever.
he
He
had-
was always big and buff.
yeah, him and
Bodybuilding was different back then too.
him and the Ultimate Warrior were before they were both famous. Him and the Ultimate Warrior were a tag team.
Yeah. You think Sting ever did steroids?
Oh yeah,
I would think so.
they've all
They
done
all
it.
did, yeah.
They've
he
all
was
done it.
he was 6'4" and he was just a big boy anyway. So anyway,
Kofi Kingston.
That was one guy I never understood
I didn't
why
either.
he got so popular.
me neither.
He was in
I mean,
the
he's
business
black,
for a
for
long
Christ's
time. He's
I'm kidding. That was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, I get it.
You son of a bitch.
He's been there since 2007. I think it was just because of his loyalty and all that.
It could have been.
It was just like when his run. Again, I didn't watch it at the time, so maybe I would have thought differently if I watched back then. But
Yeah.
he's like this
Good
guy.
wrestler.
It's like it just seems weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And he was main event WrestleMania.
Yeah, people loved him.
Yeah.
Did he have a couple other names or whatever? Or was he always Kofi Kingston?
No, so
Kofi.
when he first joined the WWE, he was Kunta Kinte, and then they whipped him a bunch of times. They were like, "Your name is Kofi." Your name is Kofi.
Oh
Said-
my god!
I said, "What's your name?" And he said, What did I say beforehand? He said, "My name is Kunta."
Kofi.
Kunta Kinte, and they're like, "No, it's Kofi." And then eventually he said Kofi. So
That's how it went, huh?
Okay.
Well, before all that, he worked at Staples for advertising.
no, but before that, he worked on the set of Roots, which is where this whole thing comes from. You guys are being awfully racist right now. I was just like, no, he was a Hollywood producer on Roots.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
me neither.
Didn't know that.
Sorry, we blew up.
Yeah.
Guys gotta,
Sorry.
not everyone knows everything.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
I do though.
Oh,
There's
thank
few
God
that do.
Thank God you were there for us.
You know who Wade Barrett is?
Who?
No,
Wade Barrett.
Yeah.
I don't.
He was a bare knuckle boxer before
Really?
WWE.
Huh.
Yeah. Which,
Alright.
Jesus Christ.
Because so with that you had Ken Shamrock was MMA, and so was what's his nuts
Ronda Rousey. Tank Abbott.
Tank Abbott.
Yeah.
I forgot about Tank Abbott.
Well,
That
because
guy
his
was
run
a-
lasted
He
like
was
a year and a half. That was about
He
it.
was a scary guy.
And that's why he didn't last as...
Because all he could do was punch.
Well, yeah.
That's So he was WCW's answer to Ken Shamrock in the WWF.
Sure.
And all he could do was
Tank.
punch.
So, like, Shamrock actually looked at it as an opportunity to... kind of as, like, an acting opportunity, and he could showcase his martial arts. Tank Abbott was just like, they're just gonna let me beat the shit out of some people.
Yep.
I could see
Which
that.
is why he only
That's all
lasted
I wanted
like
to do.
2
That's what he
episodes.
was
But
born to do. Yeah, that dude was something else.
Yep.
I feel like he's not alive anymore. Maybe he is.
he probably is.
Yeah.
The worst people live the longest lives.
Right?
He's probably alive.
That's why you're going to be 120, remember?
Fuck, if I got to start doing some real bad shit if I'm going to live that
Well,
long.
we might have to go back about 3 minutes in this conversation, but
What about Freddie Mercury? He died pretty. Was he not a
was he a good guy?
No, he was a great guy. That's why he died so young. The worst people live the
yeah.
longest.
My bad. Well, what did you think John Cena was before he was big?
He was a
fucking Boy
was he
Scout.
an insurance salesman.
He adjusted insurance.
Yeah.
No, he was a limo driver.
What the fuck?
It's
Really?
a bad one at that.
Maybe that's why he's got all those cars. He's got a huge car collection.
Is he?
Yeah.
In an interview with Ask Men, Cena revealed that he worked as a limo driver, but had a very bad sense of direction
Ass men?
due to growing up in a small town. That's my problem. Yeah.
He'd probably
Shut
be
the
okay
fuck
now with all the fucking GPS and shit. But
Yeah. That is a huge difference. GPS
Helps you out.
helps you out.
No, Jason, you and I got into I don't want to say an argument one night, but a discussion about who the strongest person in the WWE is. I thought it was Brock Lesnar at the time. You thought it was Goldberg. Like the strongest wrestler of the era. I've seen some videos, and actually multiple videos over the last couple months. It seems pretty clear it's John Cena.
I wouldn't doubt that one bit, because if you look at him, his very first match in the WWE, compared to where he was, say, 5 years ago, his fucking arms and forearms are just...
Yeah, he's
a beast.
huge. The one, so I watched an interview with Big Show, and this was the one that I was like, okay, if anyone would know, it would be him.
Right.
He was like, yeah, you look at someone like Brock Lesnar, and you're like, oh my god, like he's just
His
a
body's
freak.
so weird.
He's a freak. Like he's so strong. But then he was like, and then there's John Cena, who just he's the strongest person that Big Show ever encountered. It's like he just can lift anything.
Let's not forget, literally, his nickname, the world's strongest man, Mark
Henry. Yeah.
What the fuck? We're out of beer.
Oh yeah, I
There's
drank
some
the last
fridge.
one.
Son of a bitch.
No, Mark Henry, yes, but that's a totally different. Because he came from the world's strongest. He was a power lifter before he got to the WWE.
I guess it depends on what your definition of strongest is. Like, is it
That's-
winning a fight?
right.
Is it an arm wrestling match? Is it how much
Yep,
you can
there's
bench?
different.
I mean, okay, so you put let's say wonder what would happen if you put, say, John Cena and Mark Henry next to each other, bench press.
I bet Mark Henry would win that.
I don't know.
I think
I think so.
I think where Cena probably gets it is just like he probably has some wrestling experience and some bodybuilding experience. So like
Right.
he's kind of in that in between.
Yeah. And then, like, how much do you think Andre the Giant could have bench pressed?
Not a lot. Not compared to. He couldn't have bench pressed his own weight.
You don't think so?
No.
What about an arm wrestling match between anybody?
He would beat most people
I think it would be
other
exceptional.
than a professional arm wrestler.
Boy, I don't know. Just
No.
his hand size.
No, but
alone.
like You should see these fucking professional arm wrestlers. Like, you see it. It's like, that he just looks like a normal human being. And I see videos, they'll arm wrestle literally the world's strongest man.
Yeah.
And the fucking arm wrestler just goes, boom.
We're talking about. No. I'm sure he's got twice the size. Not twice, but much bigger than these
but their muscles are trained exactly for that. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all their muscles do.
Yeah.
Can you imagine me an arm wrestler?
No.
And then,
my arm would snap and I would be like, no.
I mean, how awkward is masturbation when you're...
I have arthritis.
You have
oh my god, it would fucking... You'd beat your groin black and blue from that. Like,
you have to worry about ripping your dick off? Because apparently it doesn't take a lot to do
something
that.
to worry about. No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of very, very, very strong people, we should put him on this list.
Hercules?
God rest his soul. The great Khali.
Yeah.
He was a police officer.
Big boy.
He was huge. He was just so bad at wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But he was... This is the biggest problem with Vince McMahon.
He loves size.
The bigger the better.
Well, like, Vince has taken a steroid or two in his life.
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite the accusation.
Yeah.
Better do your research.
And I totally agree with it. He's mostly steroids at this point.
Oh yeah. All steroids.
The little mustache that he has,
that was from steroids.
That's steroids.
I hope he shaved that off by now. Because it looks fucking
it's Vince McMahon, so.
Yeah. Number 10 is your boy Macho Man. It doesn't say anything about accounting. It does say about him being a pro baseball player.
Huh. Yeah, like I said, as I heard it.
I think I've heard something about the accounting thing.
Because that was one of the reasons why he was one of the wealthiest wrestlers at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys ever see he was on the Arsenio Hall show?
Yeah.
And Arsenio asked him, like, do you ever cry? And Macho Man was like, oh, yeah. It's macho to have feelings. Like, but this was at a time.
I have not seen that.
This was at a time where it was, like, that was not a popular thing.
Yeah,
like,
you don't want to cry in front of
it was a super masculine time.
Right.
It's like, Macho Man's just like, no, it's macho to cry. It's macho to cry.
You had Goldberg, who was a football player, played for the Falcons.
Terrible wrestler.
Played at Georgia, I think. I don't know how much he played for the Falcons. I think he tried out for the Falcons.
No, he played professional football for like 3-4 years. And then so did look it up, dude.
2 plays a year.
Yeah, he probably
I don't know.
But he did play professional football. And then there was Mongo McDaniel, is that his name?
McMichael? Steve McMichael.
He was a football player for the Bears.
Yeah.
How long did Goldberg
play in the NFL?
God damn it.
God, you suck at this.
He was an 11th round pick.
Jesus.
College 87-89. Rams 90-91. Atlanta 92-94. Panthers 95.
He's already like, I could have lived the rest of my life off those 4 years.
No, back in the 90s, he probably made a few $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Back in the 90s, you know what I made? $7,000 a year. So
doing
pretty much,
what?
yeah.
Well,
bagging groceries.
There was a lot of football players who were wrestlers.
The Rock.
Yeah. His college.
Miami.
He played for Miami. Yep.
Mm-hmm. He was on those good. Those Miami teams were good. He probably could have made the NFL.
Yeah, he passed up.
If he would have been there the same time as fucking Aaron Hernandez, they could have killed it.
Hey, got it.
You can't say too soon. It's been years.
Aaron Hernandez went to Florida, not Miami.
I thought he was.
That's in Florida, though. But it is in Florida.
Yeah. They could have hooked up.
They were probably killing people together on the weekend.
It was him, Tim Tebow, and who? There's one other.
Urban Meyer was the coach.
Yeah, but there was one other player that made the got in the NFL. That maybe. I don't know.
Probably.
No, I don't know. Tim Tebow was too busy praying for their souls, so you know.
You know what? I've always liked Tebow. Yeah.
Well, you are.
I mean, you can
Vikings
like
fan,
him as
so-
a person. He's a terrible football
As
player.
a player.
Yeah.
I like
Terrible pro player.
Well, you know, he was better than some of those fucking guys that came out in a couple of years before and after.
Yeah, he was great. Like the system that he was in college was perfect for him.
And that's the system they should have implemented for him in the NFL.
I think they tried to an extent, but
No.
I just don't think
They
you
don't
can
give
do
a
it
shit.
in the NFL.
They don't give a shit about what system they're playing.
Kind of what
on.
Jalen Hurts is
No,
doing now.
dip.
Look at him.
No, he's more athletic than Tebow though.
Yeah. And Tebow tried out. He tried out for pro. He's what AAA baseball player for a while.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
Just like
He tried out for the Mets.
like Michael Jordan's did.
Yeah. There was just this thing back then where running quarterbacks were just frowned upon. No, they can't run. They have to pass. But we've seen it now. They have success in the
Yeah,
NFL.
but
Yeah.
the times that he was forced to pass the ball though, he was awful.
yes.
He was always like 5 yards short. Like
Oh, like Prescott.
You
I mean,
hate-
similar, but not. I mean, he was worse than Prescott for sure.
Yeah.
I think you could have made it work better than
You
he
couldn't
did.
have.
I mean, he did make it to the playoffs, make it to the divisional.
Maybe
Well,
if you had had a
no.
quarterback, maybe if he had had a coach that was a quarterback coach, you know,
Right.
be like, hey, here's the deal.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest here. I know we're a bit off topic here, but look at Johnny Manziel. The guy was a great fucking quarterback in college. If he would have had the same system in Cleveland, you think that he would have did all
I
right?
think Manziel's problem was more off the field than on the
Yeah,
field.
it's
Yes,
just an
but
attitude
he
problem.
he couldn't win for shit. I mean, obviously, let's
did
be
not.
honest. The fucking Browns had a decade of garbage.
Yeah. He wasn't put in a good situation, but he did not take the NFL seriously.
No,
No.
because he was Johnny Manziel.
Right.
Yeah,
He
he
was a-
thought
he
he
was
could
a-
just. It was
he
just
was a
like,
Heisman Trophy
oh, it's
winner,
still
and I'm gonna go
college.
in here and
I
I'm
can
gonna-
just do the same thing.
Yeah. And he cared more about fucking.
I'll get done with my 4 years or my 4-year fucking contract, and I'll go and make hundreds of millions. And
Yeah.
now he's living off his mom
he
and daddy's
wasted his
money.
talent. And he was rich before he.
Yeah, his mom and dad had a lot of money.
He wasted his talent.
All right, what else we got?
Brock Lesnar was part of the member of the National Guard, along with many other things.
Yeah.
There's also a practice team on the Vikings.
He was, yeah.
He
Briefly.
couldn't make it to the
He
fucking
was,
real
yeah.
player. And he was an MMA champion.
He was. He was briefly.
which is pretty goddamn.
It was a week.
impressive.
It was
No,
a.
it's not impressive at all.
Oh come on!
It was a
Not
pretty weak
They-
time at heavyweight.
Oh,
They put him
It
against
was.
fucking guys that should have retired 5 years
Yeah.
before he came up.
It really was a weak time though
It
too.
was.
Like
And Shane Carwin technically won that fight that he lost.
Yeah.
Didn't he beat Randy Couture?
Yeah, but Randy Couture was fucking in his 40s.
and he was a 205 guy. Like that's his natural weight.
Yeah.
He was fighting at heavyweight.
Okay.
And my favorite was, who could beat Brock Lesnar in his first fight he lost? To an
Frank
ankle lock.
Mir
To
ankle
Frank
locked
Mir.
him.
Yeah. Overeem fucked him up too, didn't he?
Oh, he fucking killed him.
Yeah.
And so did fucking Cain Velasquez. And
It was just not a good time. Like
yeah, heavyweights back then were, they were slowing down, let's put it that
Yeah.
way.
Who's the heavyweight now?
it's John Jones.
Oh, of course.
So if they would have had, if Brock Lesnar would have gotten into the UFC 5-6 years prior, he would never have fucking. His wrestling was good, but he didn't want to wrestle. He wanted to stand and he wanted to fucking knock people out.
That's everybody's problem.
And he, I don't think he did knock anybody out, did it? Oh wait, he did, but it was more.
I think
He
TKO
knocked him
like,
down. And yeah, TKO.
TKO.
Yeah,
I don't think he ever like clean knocked someone out.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's do one more, and we'll call her a night.
Last but not least, Hulkamania. Hulk Hogan. What do you think he was,
He was a-
before?
Bodybuilder, wasn't he?
No, he wanted to be a musician, brother.
Oh yeah,
He's
he's the
the
worst air guitarist on the planet.
Well, he played bass in a rock and roll band called Ruckus.
Really? There's a couple of bands around here called Ruckus.
I think there is, isn't there?
Yeah, but he wasn't. They're way too good for him to play for.
I think Hogan is the most universally hated like top wrestler of all time. Like all the I don't want to say all. Most of the top wrestlers fucking hate Hogan
Seems like that.
because he
That
always
He got away with everything.
Yep, and
Yeah.
he always had like the ear of the guys running the show,
Yeah.
and everything he did was about
His needs
Hulk.
came first.
Yeah, it was all about Hulk.
Yep. Yep.
Where like a guy like Brock,
He's open.
the whole
to-
the Goldberg thing, where he lost to Goldberg in like a minute,
Yeah.
that was Brock's plan. Like that, he's the one that suggested it. He wanted to bring Goldberg in
yeah.
and put him over.
Yeah.
Which is legit because I mean you think about it. Goldberg had that big fucking streak that they wrote for him. Okay, so you're gonna bring him in against the fucking King Dingaling, the guy with the belt, and you're just gonna let him fucking get his ass whooped right away? No, you can't. I mean, when you have a name, there was a reason why Goldberg came back. It wasn't because he was bored. They fucking offered him a lot of money. His acting career didn't do for shit. He had like 2 shows on Discovery or something. One of them was about
It
cars.
was a car show, yeah.
Yeah, and people, once you heard the name Goldberg, you thought about this big beefy fucking wrestler who
I loved him.
body slammed fucking.
It was okay.
I liked him too, but he was a horrible wrestler.
Terrible wrestler.
Yeah,
Ah.
he
No,
wrecked
he's
a
a
lot.
terrible-
He ruined a lot of fucking
Yeah,
careers.
he injured a lot of people.
Bret Hart,
Worth
Yeah.
it.
Sting.
So, and actually,
Okay.
what bothers me about it is that he doesn't seem to be remorseful about it all. He's
Yeah.
just like, that's my style. It's like, no,
Yeah.
that shouldn't be. You should be able to be as physical as you want, but like
Have some
safely.
respect for
Yeah.
who you're.
Don't be a fucking dick and just be like, okay, I'm not gonna pull this kick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so in WCW, he was fucking around and he actually put himself out for like 6 months because he tried to smash that fucking limo's window with his elbow and it
That's
fucking
right.
cut
Yeah, fucking cut his.
his
Yeah,
tendon.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Crazy shit.
and he punched the windows and all that. I mean, they asked him, "Can you do this?" Yep, and I will. And he couldn't, and he kept going until he fucked himself up. He had to
Yeah.
go have
Yeah,
surgery.
You know what? Just to defend him a little bit, he's the reason why WCW trumped WWE for a short period of time.
For a short
After the
period,
NWO.
it was part of it.
Dude,
That was a huge story. And it
That's that storyline between Sting and the NWO is what put them over.
In large part, Goldberg did for a
the
while.
streak.
The streak, yeah, I mean, it was
Yeah,
great.
the streak that did for a while, like keep
For a while.
WCW in it. Because I remember all my friends, we were WWE guys.
You didn't have
But
friends.
there was a point where even we were like, let's at least like tune in just to see him.
Let's go. Yeah.
Right.
But
I mean, and then, of course, you can't forget Gilbert.
I love
God.
him in the Royal
Right.
Rumble. That was the funniest thing I've ever
He's
seen.
a WWE guy, right?
Yep, it was their.
It was their, what do they call it? Their
It's like their
spoof of Gilbert.
Yeah,
Goldberg.
spoof of Goldberg.
Yeah.
He came out. He was like the first into the Royal Rumble. He like steps up on the bottom rope and he's just like, ah!
Just this scrawny little guy.
And then a guy, the second guy in, jumps into the ring and just like dumps him over the top
Yeah.
rope, like immediately.
Yep.
30 seconds into the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. 2 quick ones.
Yep.
Big Show was a bail bondsman at one time before.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think I've heard
See
that.
Yeah.
And Paul Bearer was a mortician. in
Yeah.
LA.
Okay.
He actually was, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense, huh? He
Yeah.
was born to be a mortician.
But I hated
Oh my
that
God,
fucker.
yeah.
He was such an
creepy.
He was so over the. I was tired of his overacting.
He was. He did.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I just, oh, God.
He
you need to
did.
Shut up.
He did, but it was like it was right at the end of like that late '80s, early '90s era where it was more about the
The character,
the character type thing,
Right.
like because they had like Papa Shango and stuff who legitimately scared the shit out of
Bozo
me
the
for a
clown,
long time.
or not Bozo?
Oh,
Doink.
Doink.
That dude
Doink was all. I love Doink.
Fuck, that
I
was.
hated Doink.
Dink the
Gross.
clown.
Dink the clown.
His midget.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I hated that. I hated the clowns.
Oh, you hate clowns to begin with.
Yeah, it's not
he's
good, no.
afraid of clowns.
Who's your worst favorite clown?
Bozo.
Love Bozo.
You got more than it?
Oh, dude,
He's never seen it.
Oh yeah.
I've seen bits and pieces, but I'll never know. I have I remember as a kid, I watched fucking Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, I
I'm
love
like,
that movie.
never seen it.
It's so dumb.
Oh,
it's
so
so
creepy.
dumb.
It's so
They
bad.
shoot people with their little laser gun, and it just wraps them up in a big cotton candy canoe. Cocoon, not canoe.
Yeah.
Well, how much different is that from Spider-Man? Am I right? Am I right?
No, you're not right.
Am I
You're
right?
totally wrong.
You're a little right though.
No.
That's kind of what
No.
Spider-Man does.
No, he doesn't.
He
Those
just,
are spider webs.
yeah, and those are
Because he can
it's-
do whatever a spider
yeah.
can do.
Yeah, in Killer Clowns, it's cotton candy. In Spider-Man, it's wrist jizz.
For the first Spider-Man.
Wrist jizz.
Yeah,
In the movies, the first one was wrist jizz. The other two had to make fucking shooters.
Wrist jizz. That's funny.
Well, anyway, gentlemen, we are sitting here at about that time. You know what? I'm glad that we recorded on Friday.
Yeah, it's worked out.
It's always a little bit, what do you want to call it? Nicer, I would say. We had a beautiful night here.
It was a beautiful
Gorgeous
night.
It's nice. Gorgeous
So-
night. We deserve this.
yeah,
We deserve
do
this.
deserve this. I'm gonna go find myself a homeless person to strangle, and God, it's gonna be a good night.
Friday night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
average Friday. It's gonna be a good Friday.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
So, Justin, do you have anything that you would like anybody to know?
Stay out of school, kids. That shit's expensive. Don't bother.
And don't be homeless if Lucas is around.
Yeah, that too.
And Lucas, why don't you go ahead and take us out?
Oh well, say hi to your moms for me.
Hi.